something caught my fancy there. You talked about storage.
Yes.
Now, Professor, we have strategic reserve. What is it like now?
The strategic reserve, I'm sure it's almost empty. At the last count, we had facilities for about 250 million tons for grains, normally for grains.
And that's still a far cry.
It's a far cry, and I'm sure that it will have diminished very drastically because of the flood issue and other environmental factors. Two, most of these reserves are based in urban areas. I think there's need to also have some reserves in the various rural areas where the various produce are being generated, so that even the farmers too will have a feel that yes, these are products being stored. Three, it also encourages people to produce. That when I produce, they will not waste.
Yes.
They will not spoil. There are facilities for them. Government should be able to buy these and then store. Such has really been absent. But let me quickly compliment what my brother said about how do we achieve this goal. There are two main areas that are being omitted. One, there's need for some complementary policies, not necessarily within the agricultural sector. If you look at the Ministry of Environment, for instance, not much has been done in terms of even the water that the minister was talking about in the south, they are highly polluted.
They're polluted, yes.
And I'm sure that you can't have more than 1/4 of the water now being good for fishing activities. So there's need to take appropriate steps towards minimizing this. Then if you look at even at the northern part of the country, look at the Chad Basin. The Lake Chad is now has diminished so drastically that the map of Nigeria is even changing. And so it's very essential to take some steps towards managing the environment. And it's when this is done that we can really say, oh, we can produce X or we can produce Y.
And this is where the climate change comes from. Because what causes climate change, not the economic activities.
Sure.
And agriculture is one of the people that really affect. And once we have to really prepare for this climate change. It's nothing that we cannot do away. It's a natural causes that we have to prepare for it, and that is why the storage facility will come, because whatever you produce, you're able to store it. Trust me, when the natural causes come, you will have a backup.
You can fall back.
All right, he did mention encouraging the youths.
Sure.
Now, you're in the university.
Yes, please.
And of course, for you to encourage the youths, we have to start from the university. These days, you find out that a lot of them want to do white-collar jobs.
Yes.
So how much is the universities, doing towards encouraging these youths to go into agriculture?
I must say that, of course, the University of Agriculture are noted for training about 60% of their products on agriculture. And the last study that was funded by the World Bank showed to the fact that about 35-40% of those people being trained in agriculture are prepared to go into agriculture, provided the facilities are there. The first one, of course, is land. That the land must be there. Well, you call it title land, and I agree with that. The second one, of course, is the issue of technology. That is, where are the various equipment to really use? And of course, that one now tallies with the issue of funding. If you are saying that one needs to pay about 25, 26%, 27%, for something that's affected by vagaries of weather, that's rather high, and that will further discourage people. Then state and local governments, as well as federal government, should now key into reorientating the psychology of the various youths. Either you read geography or you read history or psychology, you can still practice farming, and that's what Lagos State has demonstrated. So put them together, train them for about 6 months, then give them some areas as internship, then monitor, and then give them some loan, and you'll find out that many youths really go into this. This is still omitted, even in the budget, and this needs to be there.
You talked about technology. In fact, at the conclusion of that Davos summit, it was agreed that really, if you must achieve, because the whole essence is achieving inclusive growth. And of course, in achieving inclusive growth, you have to feed the populace.
Yes.
You know, so in feeding this global population, it was identified that the power of science and technology is very key.
Yes.
So I'm wondering where Nigeria is in this area.
Many universities have been trying this, but they're also limited with funding. And that's what, as we have been talking about. The money that they said they will release, they have not released it yet. And so, how can we really impact knowledge? Many of us had rubbed minds together, gone for workshops, seminars abroad, and we could see that we are even better than those so-called people that are saying that they are developed. You know, but the technology has not been funded. And if there's mega money being thrown into something, they cannot really practicalize it.
I think the research and development is really lacking in our society, and it's a big problem. There's nothing you're going to do in any sector without any research and development. I remember in the olden days, they used to have a certain percentage of our budget for research and development. Even in the school, if you look at most of our professors now, they are just idle in the university. They are no more researching because the fund is not there for them. Even for the student to even say, oh, this is new technology. How can I even buy into this thing? But it's not there.
All right. Thank you.
Let me just chip in something.
All right.
To show that agric is really very profitable.
Yes.
Now, if you have just 2 hectares of land, if you can devote just 1 acre for your poultry, devote about 3 or 4 acres for your aquaculture, and you have an area of land, maybe 1 hectare for vegetables, you can recycle all the various materials there. That no waste is
There's no waste in the farm.
There's no waste in the farm. You can use the various droppings from the poultry to generate maggots to feed your fish. The water being used for the fish can be released on weekly basis to ensure that your vegetables grow very well. So with that, you can have millions and millions of naira all within 2-3 years.
Finally, we just have to give it to the present administration to really wake up this agricultural sector so that there won't be no hunger in this country.
All right. We hope we're going to achieve it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been an interesting conversation. And, we keep supporting the Honorable Minister of Agriculture because it's very, very important.
Yes, vibrant on
Food
it.
security is important. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We'll be looking at achieving global food security with a particular interest on Nigeria, looking at Nigeria's agricultural transformation agenda and where we are presently. And I've been talking with 2 gentlemen, Professor Bola Okunoya from the Federal University of Agriculture at Abeokuta, and Wale Oyekoya, Chairman Agricultural Group of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Well, it's on that note that we draw the curtain on today's edition of the program. Thank you very much for being with us, and don't forget to be part of this program same time tomorrow. I'm Chimezie Obi Iwago. Do have a blessed day.